Half a day students, I am Governor Lou Leon Guerrero. You all have been through a year of big changes. We've had to adapt and make big changes to keep our families and our island safe. But with change comes opportunity and a chance to try new things like PBS University. While Lieutenant Governor Josh Tenorio and I will continue to do our part to keep our island safe, you students have a part to play as well. Your part is to keep learning and to keep up with your lessons. That's why I am happy to see you here ready to learn with PBS University. PBS University is a way to bring a continuous educational curriculum to you while you stay safe at home during this time. To help you keep up with your studies, we asked our friends at PBS Guam and the Guam Department of Education to put together this episode. Thank you for doing your part and have a great lesson.
PBS University is a program by PBS Guam and the Guam Department of Education in conjunction with public school teachers. These lessons are created to provide both parents and students with a unique educational experience while helping students to continue learning at home. PBS University, next on PBS Guam.
1, 2, 3, 4. Come along, let's sing a song. We'll have a great adventure. Today's the day, let's learn and play. We'll have a great adventure. Numbers, letters, science things, all that we can do. Help you deal with how you feel. Share with us too. It's super cool and just like school. Our awesome learning adventures. So grab a friend, the fun will end. Our awesome learning adventures. Awesome learning adventures with PBS University.
Konnichiwa! Hello, boys and girls. It's Mrs. De Guzman, your kindergarten literacy teacher for PBS University Guam. How are you doing today? I hope you're having a great day, and I hope you're staying safe, wearing your mask, keeping your distance, and washing your hands. Today, we're going to learn about the letters M and N. We will learn how to write the letters with the help of our letter formation rhymes. We'll learn the sound, and we're going to go on a letter hunt to find things that begin with the letter M and the letter N. Let's read our I can statement. I can identify, write, and say the sounds for the letters M and N. Crisscross applesauce and sit comfortably. It's time to learn all about our letters. Let's get to it. It's circle time. This is the letter M. We know that every letter has an uppercase and a lowercase letter. The sound for the letter M is Can you say that with me? Marvelous job. Our next letter is the letter N. Here is the uppercase N, and here is the lowercase n. The sound for the letter N is Let's do that together. Nice job. You know, the sound for the letter M and N almost sound the same. But what helps me remember when I say my letter M sound is I close my lips. For the letter N, I put my tongue at the top behind my teeth. To make the N sound. Instead of using our picture cards, I thought it'd be fun to do a letter hunt. Come and join Aaliyah and I as we go to a local grocery store to find things that begin with the letter M and the letter N. Milk. Marshmallow. Mango. mustard, meat, noodles, napkin, nut, newspaper, nail cutter, That was so much fun letter hunting for things that begin with the letter M and the letter N. Great job! Now let's try writing our letters using our letter formation rhymes. Now's the time to grab a piece of paper, pencil, or a notebook. Let's practice writing together. For the uppercase M, the rhyme goes like this. M starts at the top with a straight line down. Then at the top, go down, up, down, like a silly little frown. Let's read that one more time. M starts at the top with a straight line down. Then at the top, go down, up, down, like a silly little frown. All right, let's try writing that. Grab your pencil, or you can write it in the air just like me. M starts at the top with a straight line down. Then at the top, go down, up, down, like a silly little frown. For the lowercase m, the rhyme goes like this. Go down, hit the ground, then add 2 humps, just like the monkeys who are ready to jump. Let's read that one more time. Go down, hit the ground, then add 2 humps, just like the monkeys who are ready to jump. All right, let's try writing our lowercase m. Go down to the ground, then add 2 humps, just like the monkeys that are ready to jump. Let's listen to the rhyme for our uppercase N. N starts with a line going straight to the ground. Slant a line and go up, there's no messing around. Let's read that rhyme again. N starts with a line going straight down to the ground. Slant a line and go up, there's no messing around. All right, let's try writing our uppercase N. N starts with a line going straight to the ground. Slant a line and go up, there's no messing around. The rhyme for the lowercase n goes like this. Little n holds a bird in a nest. Straight line down, then around for the rest. Let's read that one more time. Little n holds a bird in a nest. Straight line down, then around for the rest. Let's try writing our lowercase n. Little n holds a bird in a nest. Straight line down, then around for the rest. That was a cute rhyme. Today we're going to see a couple of our friends write their letters at home. Let's see how they did. More amazing writers. Great job! Boys and girls, thank you for spending some time with me today. I hope you enjoyed learning about our letters M and N. And I hope you enjoyed doing that letter hunt with Aaliyah and I at the grocery store. I'd love to hear from you. Have an adult like your mom, dad, an older brother or sister help you email me if you'd like to just say hi, Share a picture of you doing your writing, or share what you enjoyed during circle time today. Have an amazing day. Stay safe. Bye, boys and girls.
Half a day. And in Ireland, they say Giagrich, which basically is God to you. I'm Mrs. Muth, your kindergarten math teacher. And today's lesson, boys and girls, is on addition with a twist of Halloween. Did you know, boys and girls, that Halloween started a long time ago, and it first started in Ireland? And they would dress up in costumes to scare away spirits. That's why traditionally we've adopted wearing costumes, okay, in Halloween. Well, so let me ask you, who remembers, how do we say hi if we're in Ireland, or how do the Irish people say hi? That's right, Giagrich. Can you say it with me? Giagrich. Awesome. Okay, let's say our I can statement. I will say it first, then both of us, and then by yourself. Here we go. I can add in many ways. Let's say it together, okay? I can add in many ways. By yourself now. Nice. Good job saying that I can statement. So do you like my witch's hat? I love my witch's hat. Well, do you know how the name witch's hat came about? Because witch's hat is named after a fungus that is called witch's hat, like a mushroom that looked like a witch's hat. So they named witch's hat after this fungus, witch's hat.
One witch plus one witch equals 2 witches.
So when we think of Halloween, we think scary, we think ghost, right? Well, did you know at the White House, there was a ghost that is seen by many people at the White House. The White House is where the president lives and works. So this ghost, anyway, a lot of people have seen this ghost in the White House. And you know who the ghost is? It's the ghost of our 16th president. Our 16th president is Abraham Lincoln. Ooh, the ghost of Abraham Lincoln in the White House.
2 ghosts plus 1 ghost equals 3 ghosts.
I'm going to tell you a story about a witch and her little orange house. This is a story written and retold many times, but it was written by Jean Stange, and I'm going to tell it to you with a cutting activity, all right? Here we go. So this witch is walking through the forest, and it's cold. It's a cold night, and the wind is blowing, and she's saying, oh no, it's getting cold. I have no home to keep me warm. And everything was blowing. The leaves were blowing. So many things were blowing all around her. And what landed right on her foot was an orange piece of paper. So she picked it up and she said, I can make a house out of this orange piece of paper. Because she was so smart and very creative, this little witch always had a pair of scissors with her. So she took this orange paper and she folded it in half just like this. She folded it in half just like this. And then she said, I'm going to cut my house and make me a house to go in because it's too cold. So she took her scissors and she started cutting her roof. She started cutting the roof of her house, and she was going around and kind of making it round. Kind of making it round. I didn't really do a good job. And then she said, hey, wait a minute. I need to make a garage for my broomstick. So she made a garage for her broomstick. And so she said, how am I supposed to get into this house? I need to make a door. And so she had a pointed hat, just like me. And so she said, I need to make a pointed door. So she starts to make her pointed door. Here's her pointed door. So she can go into her house. There's her pointed door. So the witch, she gets in and she goes to her door and she says, la da 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 da. But then she says, hey, wait a minute. It's too dark in here. I need a window so I can see the moon. So she takes her trusty scissors again and she starts to make a window for her so she can see the moon. All right. And so she makes a round window because that time of the year, the moon was full. And when the moon is full, it's the shape of a circle. So she made her window a circle. There is her window. And so the witch, she went into her door and she looked out her window and she said, hi, I see the moon. And so outside, a little ghost was saying, it's cold out here. The wind is blowing and I have no home. And the witch said to him, hey, you can stay with me and in my house, but I'll need to make you a door. So she had to make a door for the ghost. And if you see the ghost has a pointed head also. So he needed a pointed door. So the witch took her scissors again and started to make a pointed door for the ghost. And so here's the ghost's pointed door. There it is. Awesome, awesome. And so the witch went inside and the ghost went inside his door and they're both inside happy, happy, living happily. Do you want to see what's in their house, boys and girls? Let's open it up. And there's their house. Look what is in their house. Do you know what this is called? A jack-o'-lantern. Did you know, boys and girls, that a pumpkin is just a pumpkin. But if you put a face on the pumpkin, it becomes a jack-o'-lantern. Awesome, awesome. Well, we did adding with a twist of Halloween. I hope you had fun. I hope you liked the story. Be safe. Keep on learning. Keep on having fun. Happy Halloween!
Buenas and half a day. Mabuhay, Rananin, Kasalelie, Konnichiwa, Annyeonghaseyo, Ni hao, Aloha, and hello, boys and girls. My name is Mr. Navarrete, and welcome to PBS University Kindergarten Science. In today's lesson, we will be learning about our bones. But before we begin, let's go ahead and say our I can statement together. Get ready! I can describe my bones. What are our bones? Let's read a story called Dem Bones by Bob Barner.
Dem Bones by Bob Barner. Toe bone connected to the foot bone. Foot bone. The foot bones are the basement of your skeleton. The 22 bones in your foot supply the entire weight of your body. A built-in arch helps absorb shock when you walk, run, or jump. Foot bone connected to the ankle bone. Ankle bone. Without ankle bones, you wouldn't be able to lift your feet when you walk because the ankle bone swivels. It allows the foot to flex so you can climb stairs, run, or dance. Ankle bone connected to the leg bone. Leg bone. The leg bone is actually two bones, the tibia and the fibula. The fibula, the smaller of the two, is located on the little toe side of your leg. You can feel the tibia at the front of your lower leg. It's the one that really hurts if you get kicked in the shin. Leg bone connected to the knee bone. Knee bone. The knee bone, also known as the kneecap or patella, covers and protects the knee joint. The knee joint works like a hinge on a door so you can kick, jump, squat, and dance. The knee bone connected to the thigh bone. The thigh bone. The thigh bone or femur is the longest and heaviest bone in your body. The top of the femur has a ball joint that moves within a socket in the pelvis. The thigh bone connected to the hip bone. Hip bone. The hip bone or pelvis is made up of 6 bones. Sockets in the pelvis hold the ball joints at the top of the thigh bones. The biggest difference between the male and female skeleton is in the hip bones. The female hip bone is wider and lighter. The hip bone connected to the backbone. Backbone. You couldn't stand up straight without your backbone. The backbone or spinal column is made up of 24 vertebrae. The last 4 bones in your backbone form the coccyx, the remnant of a tail. The most important job of the backbone is to protect your spinal cord. The backbone connected to the shoulder bone. Shoulder bone, actually made up of a team of 3 bones, the clavicle, scapula, and the top of the humerus. The shoulder bone is the most frequently broken bone among children. The humerus rotates in a ball and socket joint so you can move your arms around. The shoulder bone connected to the neck bone. Neck bone. The neck bone is a continuation of the backbone or spine. It is made up of 7 vertebrae called cervical vertebrae. These 7 bones in your neck rotate so you can turn your head from side to side, nod yes or no, and wiggle your head in time to music. The neck bone connected to the head bone. Head bone. The head bone or skull is like a box that grows. The skull, which is made up of 29 bones, is about 50% of adult size at birth and continues to grow quickly during the first year of life. Most importantly, the skull protects your brain when you stand on your head. Them bones, dry bones, them bones, dry bones, them bones, dry bones, oh hear the word of the Lord. The end. Wasn't that a great story? We learned a lot about some of the bones in our body. Did you know that when we were born as cute little tiny babies, we had 450 bones in our body? But when we become grown-ups, we have 206 bones in our body. That's because many of the bones grow together. Isn't that cool? Your skeleton helps make your body stand straight up and makes your body move. So you can dance, jump, flip, twirl, play, and do all sorts of fun stuff. If we did not have our bones, we would end up looking like Jell-O, made with skin and muscles alone. Let's all say thank you to our bones. Thank you, bones! What are some ways to make your bones healthy? Number 1, strengthen your bones by drinking lots of milk and eating a lot of dairy food, because milk contains calcium. Number 2, get some vitamin D. Vitamin D helps your body absorb calcium better. The best way to get vitamin D is to play out in the sun. So go out in the sun and have some fun. Number 3, exercise. For young children, doing high-impact bodyweight exercises will help your bones grow. You can also do more strength exercises with weights when you get older to increase bone density. Let's do some exercises to strengthen our bones. What's up, boys and girls? I hope you are ready to do some exercise because I'm ready. Are you ready like Mr. Navarrete? I can't hear you. Are you ready? Let's begin, starting with high reaches. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Arm circles, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Windmills, touch your toes, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Jumping jacks. Ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9,
10. 10 jumps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Drop to the floor. Give me some push-ups. You can use your knees or you can make your legs straight. Hands underneath your chest. Drop down and push away. Begin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Last one. Sit-ups. Lay on your back and bring your body up. Go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that's how we do it. Well, that's all we have today, boys and girls. I hope you learned a lot about your bones. Remember to take care of your bones by eating healthy and exercising. Before we go, let's go ahead and sing our farewell song called Adventure is Out There. 5, 6, 7, 8. Adventure is out there. We'll learn and we'll share. Adventure is out there. We'll show that we care. Adventure is out there for me and for you. Adventure is out there. I hope to see you soon. Bye. Happy Halloween!
Hafaday students, welcome to PBS University. My name is John Fernandez, and I'm the superintendent of the Guam Department of Education. These PBS University lessons are made to help you to continue learning. The teachers here prepared fun lessons on science, character education, math, English, and more, and they made it for you, the students of Guam. We're very grateful to them for their instruction. We're also thankful for you students, parents, and guardians who are watching. Remember, stay safe and healthy, and we'll see you soon in the next school year. Thank you.
Boo! Just joking. Hi, boys and girls. I hope I didn't scare you. Welcome back to this episode of PBS University. I'm your kindergarten social studies teacher, Miss L. And on this episode, what do you think we're going to talk about today? That's right, we're going to talk about Halloween. It's going to be so much fun. But before we begin, let's take a look at our Diversifile. Yeah, let's look for it. Ooh, here it is. And let's see if you and I can find another way to greet each other in another language. Let's take a look. Guess someone already went trick-or-treating. There it is. Are you ready? This is how you say good day in Tagalog. Magandang araw. Great job. Now, before we begin, let's say our I can statement so we understand what we're gonna do today. Are you ready? Let's think it, let's say it. I can celebrate Halloween. Great job, one more time. I can celebrate Halloween. Perfect. Let's begin. All right, boys and girls. Now, let's think together. What do you think Halloween is? What is Halloween? Well, Halloween is celebrated annually. That means every year on October 31st. It's one of the oldest holidays. Halloween is still widely celebrated today in a number of countries around the globe. In countries such as Ireland, Canada, and the United States, including Guam because we're a territory, we still do traditions that include costume parties, trick-or-treating, pranks, and games. There's a version of this holiday celebrated in other places as well. Halloween Halloween actually started in Ireland, or it originated there. The day is still celebrated much as it is in the United States or even here on Guam. In rural areas, bonfires are lit as they were in the days of the Celts. And all over the country, children like you get dressed up in costumes and spend the evening trick-or-treating. After trick-or-treating, most people attend parties with neighbors and friends. Also, at these parties, they get to play games. Such include Snap Apple, which is a game that they put apples on a string and they tie it to a doorframe or a tree, and they play by biting the hanging apple. In addition to the bobbing for apples, parents arrange treasure hunts with candy or pastries as the treasure. They even play a card game where cards are laid face down on a table with candy or coins underneath. And when a kid chooses a card, he receives whatever prize is found below it. Oh man, that sounds so much fun! In places like Mexico and other Latin American countries, they celebrate something called Dia de los Muertos, which is the Day of the Dead, which honors the deceased loved ones and ancestors. Did you know that they often celebrate with breads, candies, and other foods in the shape of skulls and skeletons? In Latin countries and Guam, we also celebrate All Souls Day, which is a 3-day celebration that begins on October 31st. Now, boys and ghouls, let's ask my friend to see what she likes to do on Halloween.
What I love about Halloween is that we get dressed up and go trick-or-treating. Bye-bye. See you next time.
Now, did she say trick-or-treating? Now, boys and ghouls, I know trick-or-treating is so much fun. You get to dress up in costumes, go around to your neighbors, and you get to ask for candy. But did you know that this tradition was part of the United States and other countries for more than a century? That's over 100 years old. That's a long time, isn't it? Now, this tradition came from Ireland, just like the holiday itself. Here's some safety tips for trick-or-treating. Wear costumes that are properly fitted so you can see and walk safely. Go in groups and stay in well-lit areas. Don't eat your treats until your parents or an adult you trust can safely examine it. Follow the road rules and signs. During a pandemic, wash hands for 20 seconds and use sanitizer. Avoid touching your face, mouth, and nose. Keep your distance and use a mask. Know the rules and guidelines before heading out to trick-or-treat during a pandemic. And don't forget, use sanitizer when possible if touching candy wrappers or bags to place in your Halloween bucket or bag. Stay safe. Back to you, Omo. Omo, what do you think about Halloween? You mean Halloween tree? Close enough. Back to you in the studio. Wah! Just joking, boys and girls. Wasn't that fun? I had fun. We got to learn about some of the different ways that people celebrate Halloween around the world. I think those were awesome. And we also got to learn how to safely trick-or-treat. I know you're gonna be excited to trick-or-treat now, huh? Me too. Yes. So let's go over our I can to see if we understood what we did today. Ready? I can celebrate Halloween. Can you now? Good job. Until next time, boys and girls, I'm your kindergarten social studies teacher, Miss L. And remember, I want you to think, laugh, just joking, and love. Bye!
Hello,
boys and ghouls, and welcome to PBS University, the Halloween edition. My name is Professor Kendaso, and I'm going to be your kindergarten character education teacher. Today, we're also going to learn a little bit of science and nutrition. Why is nutrition important? Because it helps us understand the foods that we eat and how they can benefit our body or make us feel good and grow. And when we talk about nutrition, we can talk about different food groups like
fruits like strawberries, bananas, oranges, or grapes, vegetables like carrots, cucumber, or broccoli, protein like fish or chicken, dairy like milk or cheese, and grains like bread or rice.
So nutrition and the food groups are important to remember because food helps us work, it gives us energy, it helps us play, it even helps us think. And we can think about the people we want to become and how we can be a part of our community, right? And that's important, huh? So Halloween is one of my favorite times of year because I get to dress up, and I bet you like to dress up, huh? Who's your favorite superhero? Oh my gosh, someone said Superman. I heard someone say Spider-Man. I heard someone say that they're a princess when it's Halloween time. Whoa, those are excellent costumes. And we're probably going to get a lot of candy this Halloween, huh? And it's important to remember not to eat too much because too much sugar can be bad for our bodies and make us very unhealthy. It can even make us sick if we have too much of it. That's why it's important to remember the food groups that we talked about. What are they again? Dairy, fruits and vegetables, proteins, and grains. Let's play a little game. We're gonna see what foods we like to eat that are the colors of the rainbow. Doesn't the rainbow have such pretty colors? Yeah, so let's go ahead. Let's start with the first color.
Welcome to the Rainbow Food Challenge! Let's see how many foods we can identify that are the color of the rainbow. Can you identify these red-colored food? Yeah, that's an apple. You guessed it, a tomato. Strawberries, my favorite. And cherries, great job. Red fruits contain antioxidants. This means they can help fight diseases like heart disease. Can you identify these orange-colored food? That one's easy, huh? Carrots. Oranges, it's in the name, huh? These are sweet potato if you didn't know. And cantaloupe or melon. Orange fruits and vegetables help boost our immune system with vitamin C and can help promote healthy vision. Can you identify these yellow-colored food? Pineapple, yeah. Corn, my other favorite. Lemon, oh, so sour. And this one's easy. Bananas. Yellow fruits and veggies can have the same benefits as orange fruits and vegetables. Huh. Can you identify these green-colored food? Broccoli, so delicious. Cucumbers, yes. Avocado. And spinach. Green fruits and veggies can have vitamin K that is good for healthy blood and bones. Can you identify these blue-colored food? Blueberries and blackberries. Blackberries have a really dark shade of blue, and we call them blackberries. Blue foods can help lower blood pressure and keep us looking young. All right. Can you identify these purple-colored food? Grapes, num num num. Eggplant. These are called radish. And this is purple cabbage. Purple fruits and veggies have similar benefits as red and blue colored foods, protecting us from diseases and keeping our blood healthy.
Wow, thinking about those fruits makes me so hungry. Oh, I cannot wait to eat all of the ones you mentioned. So now that we've talked about nutrition, we're gonna do a little Halloween activity, and we're gonna make some decorations using some supplies that we can find around the house. Here's what you need.
1 empty toilet paper roll. This is also called a dirter. 1 pair of scissors, construction paper, orange, black, and brown. And if you don't have these colors, maybe you can color some white paper. You also need some glue. So to make our Halloween decoration, maybe you can ask for the help of an adult around you, like mom or dad, brother or sister, if they're older than you. And we're gonna take our dirter and we're going to line it up with construction paper, orange construction paper, and we're going to measure it. We're gonna fold it at the bottom so we know how much to cut, okay? And then we're going to take the paper and fold it so we know where to cut. And it's gonna look a little like this. We're gonna cut along this line, okay? Let's do it. Snip, 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 snip. Snip, 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 snip. Okay, so we have our construction paper cut, and we're going to wrap it around our dirter like this. You can cut it even shorter if you want to, but I'm gonna go all the way around. And it should look like this at the end. And we're going to glue the back so that way it doesn't go anywhere, right? We're gonna glue right here and then press it down. Perfect. Now we're gonna take our black construction paper and cut out some eyes. So I have a small sheet of black construction paper because we're gonna just cut out 2 little triangles for the eyes, just like this. And then we're gonna glue it on here and here for the eyes. And you can put them wherever you want or however you want. And now we're gonna make the mouth using some more of our black construction paper. And you can cut it out however you want to. Do you want it to have a smile? Do you want it to be angry? Do you want it to be sad? And we're gonna glue it on the bottom, just like this. Ooh, what a happy little pumpkin I have. And now we're gonna use another color construction paper to make the leaf on the top. I'm gonna use brown. You can use green if you want to. So what you wanna do when you cut it is make sure you have a little rectangle at the bottom, and that's where we're gonna glue. And then the top part, you can make your leaf however you want to, kind of like this. And now we're gonna glue it on the top. So when you have your glue on, you're just gonna put it at the top of the dirter so the leaf sticks out, but the rectangle's still in the bottom. Then you have your little Halloween decoration. Wasn't that so easy? All right, so that does it for Professor Kendasso. And you guys did such a wonderful job talking about nutrition and identifying different kinds of foods that are healthy for us. And you also made some really cool Halloween decorations that you could put all over your house. How wonderful. So until next time, remember, build your character, build up others, and build a community. I'll see you later. Bye. For more ideas you can do at home, visit craftymorning.com.
Half a day. Half a day. Half a day, my PBS friends, and mabuhay. Mabuhay also means half a day or hello in Tagalog, one of many languages in the Philippines. That's right, a great lesson for today, because if you like candy like I like candy, we're gonna have lots of fun. Yeah. All right, my friends, I'm gonna give you some clues about what we are gonna be talking about today. Here's one of my clues: lollipops and bubblegum and chocolate. Yeah! Get ready, my friends, because we're going to be talking about candy. Friends, how many of you like or love candy? That's right. So this lesson today actually deals with senses, or in Chamorro it's called sensya. Senses are very important, especially when it comes down to candy, because that's how we're going to know whether we like it or we love it. And senses like taste are very, very important. Taste in Chamorro is called tanya. Can you say tanya? Maule, great job, my friends. Tanya is important when you're going to try the candy to check and see if you actually like it or love it. I myself, I like to tanya chocolate. because I love the taste of chocolate. Do you like the taste of chocolate? Maulik, maulik, maulik. Tanya, or taste, is very important, most especially because if you don't like it, then of course you're not going to eat it, right? Maulik, good job. The next sense or sensha is patsa. That's right, you use your hands to patsa, to touch, okay? And touch is very important when it comes to touching the chocolate. In case it's melted or it's very sticky. You don't want to eat the chocolate if it's like that, right? You can do so that you're not eating sticky or melted chocolate. Just put it in the icebox for a couple of seconds, maybe even a minute. Yeah, that's right. Can you say patsa? Maulik, good job. So patsa or touch is very important so that way I know and you know if it's melted or if something feels wrong with your candy. You got to make sure you don't eat it, all right? Good job. Another very important sense that you and I need is ningi, or smell, right? Can you say ningi? Maulik. Ningi is very important too, because if the candies don't smell good, please don't eat them, okay? Because I know I wouldn't eat my chocolate if it had a bad smell, right? That's right. You see how important sensha is? Yes, you know it's very important. Those senses are super important because it will help us to celebrate this special occasion. Halloween! That's right. And maybe when I'm done and you're done going trick or treating, we can count our candies together. What do you think about that? Maulik, great job. So let's go ahead and review all the senses that we talked about. And I'm going to teach you one more word for when you go out and trick or treat. All right, the first word that we learned, of course, is Tanya, to taste. And you taste it, of course, with your mouth. Can you say Tanya? Maulik. The next sensha or sense that you learned is called patsa. Can you say patsa? That's right, you use your hands to touch the candy or the chocolate and make sure that it's not melted or it's not sticky. Most especially, make sure there's nothing inside that will hurt you or poke you in your bag. Right? Maulik. The next word that I taught you and we're learning today, of course, is called ningi. Yes, you use your smell through your nose, right? We smell through our nose. Can you say ningi? Maulik, very, very good. Ningi is very important because if your candy doesn't smell good, please don't eat it. Maulik, good job. And of course, the very, very first word I actually taught you was sensha or senses. Can you say sensha? Very good. Okay, before we leave today, I'm going to teach you how to say Happy Halloween in Samoru. Here we go. Biba ha'anin natmatnyao. Maulik, can we say that again? I'm going to slow it down a little bit more. Biba ha'anin natmatnyao. That's right, because we're saying Happy Halloween. There's another way of saying it, and a lot of times we use this for Halloween as well. It's ha'anin buregu. Can you say it? Let's slow it down a little bit. Ha'anin buregu. That's right. Ha'anin buregu. Maulik. All right, my friends. Please, when you go out and trick or treat, smell my feet, give me something good to eat. Please be safe. Stay with your familia or your family at all times. And don't forget, please check your candy. All right. right, I guess that's enough for our tomato time today. Half a day and adjust.
Fast, fun facts. Fast, fun facts. With Mr. Ernest Ochoco.
That's the magic that I have. And one of our guests just hit the light next to me. But anyway, I'm going to wear my mask because we want to make sure that we're safe. We're doing safety stuff. And we're both vaccinated. So we're going to reduce our infection by putting on our masks. Yay, masks are good. All right, so let's bring in one of our Halloween experts, Miss Michelle Franquez. Yay! Wow!
Happy Halloween!
Hey, happy Halloween! Let's move back just a little bit because I love that hat. What are you supposed to be?
I am a pilgrim.
A pilgrim on the Mayflower. That's Thanksgiving. That's another month.
It's almost there. It's after Halloween.
Almost there now. Almost there. So Miss Franquez, we used to be a teacher with us, one of our cast members at PBS University, and she is also one of our favorite people in the whole universe. And she's also a Halloween expert. So, one is jack-o'-lantern.
Oh, well, jack-o'-lanterns, we know them as pumpkins, but in Ireland, where Halloween first began, they used to carve out big potatoes.
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 Wow, that's not just for French fries, y'all.
No.
It's also for Halloween.
French fries were never scarier. But what they believed is that they would carve out the potatoes and make scary faces on them and put candles. They believed that that fire monster was the same guardian that protected the people in the special realm. So if the spirits saw that while they were walking out, they ran away.
Oh, they ran away because I don't like fire either. I'd probably run away too.
Probably. But they thought those were the guardians of the underworld who would pull them back into the spirit world.
Oh, wow. That's amazing.
So when we have jack-o'-lanterns protecting our yards and everything, it's to ward away the spirits.
To ward away the spirits, and also a fun activity for us to do.
As families.
As family, right? So make sure you make your jack-o'-lanterns and let's guard our houses from all the bad spirits. I'm gonna make a lot, girl.
Oh, yes.
I'm also gonna make pumpkin pie afterwards.
Oh, definitely invite me over.
Yes, let's do it. Sounds like a plan. But you're the pilgrim. You know how to like bake stuff.
I'll do the turkey.
Right? Yeah. Ooh, the turkey. Next month.
Yeah, next month.
We'll do the pumpkin pie first.
Yeah, we'll practice first.
Yeah.
Test drive.
Test drive the
Test drive into the mouth.
All right, that's it. So thank you, Miss Michelle Franquez.
Thank you, Maleficent.
You're welcome. Let's get you out with one of our fire powers. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Hafa-Adai students, I'm Lieutenant Governor Josh Tenorio. For more than a year now, you all have continued to wash your hands and watch your distance from others, and you've done a really great job wearing your masks. We know your parents and guardians have helped you to make these changes to keep yourself and your community safe. As Governor Leon Guerrero said, we are happy you are here. We want you to continue to learn and sharpen your skills with the help of PBS University. This program is the result of a collaborative effort. We couldn't do it alone. I'd like to thank the teachers and support staff of the Guam Department of Education and PBS Guam for their work and their commitment to our students. I'd also like to thank you students for participating at home. To your parents, I'd like to thank you for taking an active role in your child's education. We are all eager to return to a time when all of us can share and study together in person. Until then, we hope you learned something new from this PBS University instruction.